Hi guys, welcome to Picture This New Media. My name is Halal Ernie, and today we're going to be going over the new comic book day recommendations for August the 9th, 2023. I'm going to be showing you what I recommend as far as what's going on this Wednesday, Comic Book Wednesday. Every Wednesday they release comic books, and I usually try to keep up with what in my opinion is worthy to get out today, because in the modern Western comic book industry, it is few and far between good ones. You got manga, which is killing it and doing really, really good as far as story-wise, and even, illustration-wise. Some of my followers don't like manga or anime, which is understandable. But judging by the way that Western writers have treated their intellectual property as of lately, manga is becoming the next best thing, in my opinion, better. But we'll see. I do like stuff like this, and I still get them every Wednesday. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's get started with this first. First off, I do want to thank Dust Dog. Shout out Dust Dog for your donation. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And if you have any more donations, you will be shouted out. Anybody else, just at PictureThisNewMedia on Venmo and PayPal, and $PictureThisNM. Oh yeah, PictureThisNM. Sorry, PictureThisNM. One word. It's usually in the description and my link tree and stuff. But yeah, thanks so much for that. Appreciate you, Dust Dog. Alright, without further ado, let's get started with this first row. We got The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 31. I'm doing a hard pass on that. Normal Spider-Man fans, it's been a hit or miss. It's been mixed reviews. It's right down the middle. I don't recommend it. Dan Slott is awful writer, so anything where I don't support Dan Slott is a win, in my opinion. So hard pass on this Amazing Spider-Man issue. Superman, I'm gonna pass on it. Immortal X-Men, I do not like what they've been doing with X-Men lately, and Immortal X-Men is kind of just a low blow, in my opinion. Spider-Man Annual, it's $5. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you might like it. Let's see here. Contest of Chaos begins. Spider-Man versus Wolverine. It's got Stephanie Phillips as a writer. Yeah. This does not look good. It's got 60% of people that liked it so far, so I'm gonna do a hard pass. $5 for only 28 pages. It's not even a good deal. Miles Morales Spider-Man. If you're a Miles Morales fan, I guess it's worthy enough, but I don't know. Cody Ziegler isn't that bad of a writer, but the editor, Caden, I don't know if I can pronounce his last name, and Tom Groneman. I've heard bad things about Caden. I haven't really heard anything about Tom. But they're your typical Marvel editor. So I'm gonna skip. Miles Morales fans, you might like it. The Avengers, issue number 4. Hard pass. Night Terrors, Dawn of DC. I do recommend this one. It's been a really interesting story line. Basically, mastermind criminal is going into the minds of the DC superheroes and giving them some pretty messed up revelations. And they're doing individual individuals like Green Lantern, Robin, the Flash, etc. But I think this is the main storyline right here, so I do recommend it. I've been reading it online. I'm gonna get the trade paperback when it comes out. But yeah, I do recommend it. Star Wars number 37, Dark Droids, Lando versus the Robot, hard pass. The thing that they're trying to push with Lando being a, I don't even know, pansexual or something. They don't see past, I don't know, he wants to hump a robot. Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 5. For Marvel Comics and a Guardians of the Galaxy comic book, I do recommend this one. Jackson Lansing's a decent writer. It's good enough. It's good enough. I'm gonna pass on it because I haven't caught up with it yet, but I do recommend it to Guardians of the Galaxy fans. World's Finest Teen Titans, House of Horror. I haven't heard of much on this one, but I'm not a Teen Titans fan, so I'll pass. House of Slaughter by Boom Studios, I do recommend. Crazy storyline where these people are hunting, fighting monsters in the night that kill people, and they're a special group. Don't let this cover art fool you. It's not the greatest cover art, but it's a great story. This is a prequel, I believe, of the original, which is something killing the children. Highly recommend this one. I also highly recommend Gunslinger Spawn. It's a new running series of one of the weakest Spawn. He coats his bullets in his necro stuff. It's absolutely ingenious character there of the Spawn universe. Night Terrors, Green Lantern, issue number 2. Like I said, really good overall arcing story. I'm not a Green Lantern. I used to be a Green Lantern fan, but I don't know. It'll be worth to pick up. Same with Robin. If you're a Robin fan, this will definitely pique your interest. Danger Street, issue number 8 of DC Comics. This is the Black Label series. I do highly recommend that, and I highly regret not picking up the first issue. I am going to get the trade paperback version of this, and I recommend you all do the same. There's another Night Terrors issue involving the Flash. I'm not really a Flash or a Robin fan. There's one with Shazam and Zatanna as well for the second issue. Now we have Ghost Rider and Wolverine, Weapons of Vengeance, Alpha issue number 1. Logan and Blaze, the Weapons of Vengeance. Logan, the best there is, and what he does, and what he does as the Deadly Wolverine is very nice. When innocent blood is spilled, Johnny Blaze becomes a Ghost Rider. To deal punishment with power of hellfire. A demonic serial killer is murdering innocent mutants. But what is it about the deadly new villain that forces our 2 new heroes to team up? And what buried secret does he share with Wolverine and Ghost Rider never seen before for their first meeting in the past? Let's see. So it seems like it's a disappointment. There's an Alpha issue. They have to go that route of which man is it's not really a spoiler, dude. Alright, well, there's mixed reviews. If you're invested into these characters, you might want to pick it up, but I'm going to do a hard pass on it. It doesn't look like people are liking it, though. Next up is Red Goblin by Marvel Comics. Now, I've really liked this series lately. It's really interesting. Anything with Venom, Carnage, the Venomverse, I absolutely love. Well, not anything. There's a few and far between that I don't like. So this one I do recommend. It is really interesting. And let's see where we're at. Crossbones, Crosshairs, and the new Red Goblin. Normie Osborn tried to do the right thing. I haven't caught up. Right thing, and in the process has to fade out, face down small-time criminals and their lives. That will leave him poorly prepared when he's honestly the bloodthirsty and brutal mercenary Crossbones tracks him down, intent on taking both Army symbiote and his life. That'll be interesting. It looks like the Call of Duty Ghost character. Shaping up to be pretty interesting. I do like what's going on there. Silk, I haven't caught up with it just yet, but Silk has escaped one danger and now faces an even deadlier challenge. Her nemesis Saya has gotten the power upgrade of a fiendish proportions, and now is going to hit Silk where it hurts. Ooh, that sounds like it's shaping up to be really good. I'm a Silk simp though, so a lot of people might not agree with me. It is what it is. Spirit World, issue number 4 of DC Comics. Now, I didn't see this one from the beginning, but seems like there's some alright story within this, but it seems like it's more meant for like teenagers, and it's got some of that Does She Love Me drama mixed in with some fighting. So I don't know. I'll say choose this with a grain of salt. But if you're a anime fan, you might like it. The art matches as well. Children of the Vault by Marvel Comics, the X-Men series. To say the future, the Children of the Vault are back, and they are determined to be humanity's salvation, but not everything is what it seems. And utopia has its cost. What is the motivation behind these highly evolved beings gifting the world with their advanced technology? And how do Bishop and now Orcus captured Cable figure into their plans? Find out in the Rising Stars Denny's Camp and Lucas miniseries. I can tell you one thing, I really don't like the art and the character design, but once again, X-Men hasn't really been cheered for their character design. I'll say go in with your guard up, but looks interesting. If you're invested, for sure. If you're new, you might get thrown off. Especially if you're an old X-Men fan and you're just trying to get into the swing of things, it's definitely gonna throw you off. But it might be worth it to check out. I don't know. Doesn't look like anything I would read, but I could see how people, both new and old, would like it. Batman Inc. I'm gonna skip. Let's see who the writers are. Ed doesn't look too bad. Making Joker have no direction, so that's one little thing that you might dislike. Wildcats, issue number 10. Now, I really like the Wildcat series going on so far. I haven't quite caught up to where we're at here at number 10. I think I'm at number like 6. But so far, it has not been disappointing. And I really highly recommend this one. And don't see it straying. So it's really edgy, really cool, really fun. They replace the characters all the time. So yeah, I recommend it. Next up is Damn Them All by Boom Studios. I didn't really get a good draw on the first issue. Looks worthy enough to check out. Following Eddie's uncle, infamous musician, occult detective, the 72 Devils. Alright, so some devils are free from the realm. It's like a John Constantine type of thing. Yeah, I recommend it. Get the trade paperback first, so you can catch up, and that'll save you a lot of money from buying these floppies. Definitely recommend it. So, next up is, where are we? Harley screws up the DCU hard pass. That one's an awful, god-awful premise, god-awful story, god-awful art. It's just a cash grab. Captain Marvel, Dark Tempest. I hate Captain Marvel. Hard pass. Swan Song. I didn't get the first issue, but it seems that it's doing all right. And issue number 1 did really good. Oh, I did get it. I just haven't read it yet. Oh yeah. Highly recommend this one. It's a mini-series premiere by Image Comics. Stories about the end of the world, end of marriage, blah blah blah. Along for the terminal ride are some of the comics and the brightest artists. First apocalyptic issue, the end of the world, is drawn by. Alright. So it's a collection of stories. Alright. That's interesting. I'll recommend this one. I'll put it on my pull list as well. Hopefully you can order it for me. Next, Rebo from Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, who is plotting to kill Jabba the Hutt. Wait, someone else is plotting to kill him in most galaxies. You know, Jabba the Hutt's not gonna die. I don't know. Well, it's in the name, dude. Star Wars has always been obsessed with war. Whatever. Next up is hard pass, by the way. Next up is Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. This one's really cute. Cute series it's good. It's got Batman, it's Scooby-Doo, the original Scooby-Doo, and if you want to get your kids into comic books and they haven't gotten into comic books, this is a good starting point. Gets you a little bit of what they like and what you like mixed together. Kaya, issue number 10 by Image Comics. I recommend getting the trade paperback first. It was a missed opportunity, I'll admit. I thought it was a woke thing. I don't like the art style, but the story really makes up for it. I'm gonna pass on it, but I do recommend it. Ghost Lore by Boom Studios. Let's see, I forget what their other ones look like. I mean, it's really cool if you like get into ghost stories. I don't quite remember the premise of this one, but if you want to pause and read what it's about, there it is. You can also check it out at leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Just look up Ghost Lore. Next up is Gargoyles Dark Ages, issue number 2. It's a new little series from Dynamite Entertainment. It's got Kenneth and Mentor's human and gargoyle alliance with some magical help from the Archmage. Battle King Colin's army. Mentor orders Goliath's generations to stay back, and yet they aren't yet seasoned warriors. The Angel and Talia disobey Mentor's orders and join the fight at a great cost. Sounds like a good story. I do recommend, and I will put it on my pull list. Heat Seeker, a gun honey series. If you like really pretty girls and like a spy noir type thing, this is for you. I'm gonna skip on it just because I have a lot on my table and I can't really read everything, but I will recommend it. Next up is Barnstormers by Dark Horse Comics. It's about a World War I fighter jet type, not jet, but plane story, adventure, love story. It's not for me, but it looks interesting, so I do recommend it, but I'm not going to get it. Untold Tales of I Hate Fairyland. If you know anything about I Hate Fairyland, both the new and the old, I definitely highly recommend this one. Pick it up. This is issue number 2. It's piggybacking off of the last series. Put this on my pull list. Next up is Godzilla There Will Be Dragons by IDW Publishing, issue number 2. It's a bit of a teenager take on it, but it's doing great. I highly recommend it. It is, let's see here, this one is regular price. Sometimes they put $5.99 on these ones, but yeah, I do highly recommend this one, and I will be quoting it myself. Have the Infield Gang Massacre from Image Comics. That Texas Blood duo returns to Ambrose County, Texas, with the all-new miniseries set 150 years in the past. Gunslinger action meets dark frontier drama and the original Western thriller as Montgomery Enfield and his gang of outlaws find themselves in the crosshairs of an aging Texas Ranger and a newborn county that's hungry for law. Newborn County. Is that what I said? I don't know. Sounds really cool. Sounds like a fun, action-y Western thriller. I will pull it if I have any extra money to put away for this one. Next up is Masquerade by Dark Horse Comics. I do recommend this one. I'm probably going to skip it for now. It's like a superhero type thing, but a Dark Horse Comics one. It's alright. It's nothing. It's good, but it's not the best. Kevin Smith, he's the writer, so it might be worth it. It's a Kevin Smith fan. Next up is The Madness by AWA. The Madness, Sarah Rose has been an uprising. In The Madness, Sarah Rose has been using her power as a thief, stealing from the rich and, well, keeping it, until the day she stole from the wrong person, a highly based official who pressures the government to assassinate her. A plot aided by the so-called good superheroes sponsored by the government misses her but wipes out her family. Driven mad by grief, a laser focused on revenge for the murder of her family, Sarah, and the hidden side of her personality, an imaginary friend who may be more real than she believes, goes after these superpower operatives determined to take cost. Now that actually sounds really good. That actually sounds really, really good. I am digging this one. So yeah, definitely gonna pick that one up. Haunt You to the End by Top Cow and Image Comics. It's another really good one that I highly recommend. A ghost story for the end of the world in the not so far future, rife with climate disasters and worldwide instability. An eccentric billionaire and his crew of disgraced journalists, a radical doctor, and a TV demonologist, and a squad of hard-bitten military contractors set out to prove the existence of life after death. But even if their mission is a success, the truth behind the most haunted place on earth may not be comforting revelation the world was hoping for. So yeah, really, really cool story to begin with. Hopefully this will continue to be a really good story. Definitely worth picking up the whole series. Star Trek, the motion picture Echoes. If you've watched the motion picture Echoes, then you know what you're in for. Stoneheart, issue number 6. I do recommend Emma Cubitt's Stoneheart by Image Comics. If you'd like a good old fantasy beat 'em up, Red Sonja style of comic. Next up is Survival by Image Comics or Dark Horse Comics. I believe this one either has to do with vampires or it's vampires. So it's about survival and vampires. If you're into vampire things, it's pretty good, but not really my forte. Although I do love vampire stories. Speaking of Vampirella/Dracula Rage, this is the vampire I can get behind. They're coming for her baby, and she's going to kill everyone else, one of them. Picking up where Vampirella Year 1 left off. Really, really good series. Never finished it. Rage presents Vampirella as you've never seen her before. Well, we've seen her do a lot, so that's a bad description. But tracks of cultists who threaten her son across Europe in a macabre exchange for of norms. It is Dracula, the Lord of Vampires, who hunts the elusive vampire in an effort to save Vampirella from herself. Well, yeah, this one's definitely going to be a really, really good moneymaker for Dynamite Entertainment. And I'm all here for it. Highly recommend. Weird Work by Image Comics. Issue number 2. Not quite sure what number 1 was about. Legendary British artist. The hard-boiled noir of L.A. confidential mixes with the bright alien-filled world of Futurama, crime epic. Following months of being shooting an alien cop. It's for some people, it's not for me. The art's not really doing it for me. It's pretty cool though, but not for me. Barbarella, the Center Cannot Hold. Space Vixen sci-fi thriller. It is what it is. You know what you're getting with this. Hot girl does space missions. Nothing really story significant, but it's the last issue for this chapter. Next up is You've Been Cancelled by Mad Cave Studios, Hard Pass, 2000 AD, Rebellion, by Rebellion, Hard Pass, Mech Cadets by Boom Studios. It looks like they're trying to do Gundam here, and they are not gonna do good. I don't see this doing good, judging by the artwork. Oh, it's a Netflix series. General Park at the Sky Corpse. Well, if it's already in a Netflix series, they might have some fans, built-in fans, but I really doubt they're gonna go for the comic books. We'll see though. We'll see. I don't see this doing good, especially at $4.99 a comic. Probably for 28 pages, not worth it in my opinion, unless you're a fan. The North Valley Grimoire. Now this one I do recommend. This one's especially if you're getting your teenager into more edgy type stuff. This has like a little bit of a modern take on spellcraft and magic. It's got the anime look to it. And yeah, this one's really good, really good. Spycraft meets spellcraft. So yeah, it'll be James Bond versus Harry Potter, and I'm here for it. I do recommend this one. Murder Inc. Jagger Rose. I am going to do a hard pass on the series. The whole mafia gang wars and things like that. Just not really my thing. Legacy of Violence. That one's a really decent one by Mad Cave Studios. So I do recommend this one, but I do recommend that you check out issue number 1, see if this is more for your taste. I think it was, I thought it was tied to another series, but it is worth check out. Just read number 1, see if you're if this is for you. Next up is Oni Press's Dwellings, issue number 1. Shock, terror, fun Saturday morning meets the stroke of midnight. Welcome to Elwich, an oasis of American perfection, where the schools overflow with teary-eyed children and lovingly adorned homes line the historic boulevards, and only the pros can see the deep, festering raw depths beneath the pristine surface. Murder, demonology, possession, obsession. Elwich has them all on offer, and behind every dwelling awaits a new horrifying story to be told. For $9.99, there is a lot better stories out there. I hate to say it is a double feature, 72 pages, so it might be worth it if you're trying to get your like teenagers into it. There's a lot better adult entertainment though. Edgy entertainment. I don't know. If you get this and like it, please let me know what you think about it. I'm gonna wait. Banshee, that one's alright. Pretty generic. And Julian's Queens of the Lost World. The art looks amazing, but you're probably gonna get a very generic feminist dominatrix. I doubt you're gonna get a story at all, but you're gonna get some great art. You don't get Blood Moon comics, Eternus. Probably the same thing as Banshee and Queens of the World. It's gonna be generic, but you're gonna have some great art. Scarlet Couture, the Munich Files. Animation style thriller from the celebrated DC cover artist. Agent Scarlet Carver and her team embark on a thrilling game of cat and mouse as they're thrown into a high-stakes world of technological espionage. It soon transpires that the effects of the project started much further than anyone anticipated. Alright, well, this one looks alright. I don't know if this is a new series or not, but it looks like there's some back issues related to it. The art looks really good. Not sure. Des Tyler from the Doctor Who series. He's done old. Okay, so there is old Scarlet Couture. Seems like he's been pretty stuck on his character, so yeah, that's good. I'll recommend it. Especially if you're into the whole fantasy, or not fantasy, into the whole spy versus spy type thing. It'll definitely looks right up your alley. Ranger Strangers Summer Special. I do not like Ranger Strangers, so I'll hard pass on this one. Comic Books Kill. Let's see how this one is. Let's see if there's anything. New York City, 1939, comics creator Jackie Levy places his life and career on the line when it begins an affair with a female hotel lover. His mafia boss, publisher, comic books Kill is a crime noir tale with mistress and monsters. Sure, thrill fans, Kirby. Well, there's another one that just came out before this. I don't know. This one doesn't look like it's gonna interest me, but it looks interesting. Got a decent artist on the case. It's a non-stop one. I'd say just wait for the trade paperback to come out for this one. Don't waste your money on this non-stop issue number 1. If you're into the spy versus spy genre, that one will be for you. But I definitely recommend Scarlet Couture over this one. We Wicked Ones, I'm gonna hard pass on that one. Battle Action doesn't show up. Killer Queens, volume 2, issue number 1. I'm gonna do a hard pass on this. I'm not really into this type of material, but if this is your cup of tea, then go for it. They need all the help they can get, because I doubt this is gonna make any money. Fight Zombie Apocalypse. Hard pass on that one. Absolutely cheesy and retarded. I don't recommend it at all. Animal Woman. This one's not going to show up in my comic book shop, but if it did, I would get it. Well, no, not for $12. Never mind. Kind of a funny comedy, self-aware thing on the artwork scene in the comic book industry. If you're a comic book fan and know the ins and outs of it, this will make you laugh. Especially if you're in the industry, but not really. That's the audience beyond that is gonna be confused. Rivers of London, Here Be Dragons. Rivers of London usually does really good book series, like books into comic books. This one probably not going to be much different. It's a spy, police, kind of like Doctor Who, but if Doctor Who was a policeman. So yeah, Policeman Who would be a good comparison. Watson, Detective. None of these will show up in my comic book shop, except for My Little Pony. I'm not going to recommend My Little Pony. If these ones did show up in my comic book shop, I would probably recommend West City, this remastered Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, this Shallow Pocket Zine, and Katie Black Dragon, and this one right here, Monster Fucker. Other than that, that's going to do it here for PictureThisNewMedia New Comic Book Day recommendations for August the 9th, 2022. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a good rest of your day.